Good morning and happy Thursday. Pretty much a Friday for today. You guys know tomorrow the markets are not opened due to Good Friday. So today's the final day of the week, and I'm really hoping we are able to crush it today so we can have a really good weekend. Now, we have been having an amazing week. I'm really hoping we don't end any streak that we are currently on. So today I'm definitely gonna take a little bit slow. I'm gonna make sure that we get everything right, and I'm gonna be something a little bit light today, just in case we do get a really good setup. Just in case anything bad were to happen, which God forbid. Um, what I mean, we don't risk too much. All right. So yeah, pretty much coming into market open, I kind of already do have a reading, a setup, and everything. It's pretty much just wait for the setup to work out. You guys follow me, and you know me. We try to make our money. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start the live trading over here in the premium, and then we just go from there. All right, guys. And for those that don't know, yesterday, or well, I'm sure everyone knows. I'm sure you guys caught the trade with me yesterday. The trade ended up running about 105 points, which is pretty nice. We ended up selling at about 40 or 50 points, which I was more than happy with. Um, but yesterday we did end up running up a bag on the alert for over 100 points. Let me show you guys real quick. Here it is, guys. The alert ended up hitting all of our price targets. I'm not sure if you guys held it or not. I personally didn't. I wasn't really able to. But it did end up running into PT1 and PT2. So hopefully we're able to get a trade like this for today, actually. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah. Anyways, let me go ahead and put this over here. Let me go ahead and put this here. All right, let me set up the live trading over in the premium real quick so we can get to talking about setups. Now I'm really hoping today's a quick day because I do have some stuff to do over like in about 2 hours from now. So I do have to get off soon. So I'm really hoping I can get you guys to set up before the market or before I have to go. All right, guys. But yeah, let me go ahead and start up the live trading over here. Yo, what's going on, guys? Good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, here. Let me start up the screen share. Let's talk some setups here. All right. Anyways, so coming into market open, it does look pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It does look pretty interesting. I don't know how the volume is looking. Obviously, the market just opened up about 10 minutes ago, so you know, what I mean, we're still watching it. We're still watching it, but in terms of getting a read, we do have some stuff to work with. All right, guys. Okay. So coming into market open, first things first, we did take out this London low, which honestly, this London low today is not the most important thing. It's not the strongest level of liquidity from the looks of it. It's kind of like a little bouncier, nothing crazy. But we are headed down towards this bullish fair value gap down here and this Asia low right down here. All right. So what I'm trying to see right now is I'm trying to see if price is able to take out this Asia low. Not only would we take out this London low, but we would also take out this Asia low, and we would also get a really nice bullish fair value gap bounce. All right, everything there, if we're able to get the sweep off of this Asia low and everything, it would scream bullish. All right, now if we're able to get the sweep down here with a bullish fair value gap bounce, we could look to take an inverse off this and look to target all of these levels of liquidity to the upside for a quick scalp. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, honestly. So now, if buyers do try stepping in, because obviously we are getting a little bit of a spike here. I don't know if it's going to be the spike that we want to see to take longs, but we can also take longs here. It's just not going to be the best setup. You know what I mean? Like we won't have as many confluences behind the trade as to if we take out this Asia low down here. But longs could also work out if we get enough buying pressure and sweep this London low right here. To go ahead and target this London high up here. Right, that it won't that this also won't be a horrible idea, but we also would need a lot of buying pressure because we won't have as many confluences, if that makes sense. All right, so let me get this ready just in case. So let me type it up real quick. In the meantime, let me put out that I'm live on YouTube real quick before I do get this trade. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I have enough time to put it out here. Okay, but there you go. Now, guys, with you guys, I'm sure you guys know today is the final day of the week to be able to trade because tomorrow the markets are closed. Um, you guys know we've been crushing it this week, so I don't want to be putting in. I don't want to. I don't want to be putting on too much risk in the market today. So personally, I'm going to be sizing light. I don't really care if the setup is perfect or not. I just don't want to risk giving back too much profits if anything bad were to happen, which I really really hope not. But yeah, I mean, I'm really really happy with this week's profit. Especially for us only for now at least only being able to get 3 trades. We are really really good on the week, bro. Why do I keep getting this suggested, bro? I don't want to join the Xbox Game Pass, bro. I don't care. All right. But yeah. Um, just personally myself, I'm not saying that setup is bad or anything. But if I do get a trade for myself, I will probably just size a little bit lighter today. I get that, bro. I'm not trying to join that, bro. I put X like 2 times already, and it keeps asking me. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. We are getting a lot of buying pressure kicking in here, which I mean, it's a really really good sign. I was really hoping we were able to take out this Asia low as well. But taking out this London low and sweeping it also works. All right, guys. So the level that we're looking at right now, or the setup that we're looking at right now, is we're trying to see if buyers are able to hold above this level of liquidity for the DOL sweep, and if we're able to get enough buying pressure to go ahead and inverse this fair value gap with obviously enough interest to go ahead and shoot into these levels of liquidity above. All right, that's the current setup right now. Now, since I will be sizing a little bit lighter today, I'm gonna be doing like 5 contracts. I feel like that's a pretty fair amount. I'm pretty fine with doing like a 45 point stop loss. Obviously, we don't know how the market is moving right now, so we got to see how the stop loss is looking, how the volume is looking, and all that good stuff. All right, but as of right now, we are currently rejecting off of the 5 minute bearish value gap, which could lead us down into this Asia low, which is what we want to see. I personally feel like it will take a lot longer, obviously, for the setup to play out if we take out this Asia low. But the longer it takes, the better it would look. Why? Because we would have more confluence. But like I said again, if buyers have enough strength to go ahead and inverse this fair value gap up here, we technically do have the London low sweep already, so it would still play out, just not as high confidence as I mean, if we were to take out this level down here, which would be kind of like an extra, right? And not only that, but yeah, we would also be bouncing off of a overnight fair value gap right here. Actually, wait, I kind of marked it out wrong because I was marking it out on the 15-minute time frame for this 5 minute overnight fair value gap. If we can get these two things right here, the setup would be literally amazing. So we'll see. But right now, it's pretty much just waiting to see what the setup does here. Take shorts too low. I mean, you could. It's definitely not the setup that I was looking for. But I'm not saying you can't. It's not a horrible idea. Just not a setup I'm trying to trade right now. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get something that has like the most risk reward. This one is kind of more like a scalp into the Asia low down here. So what you're looking at like maybe 50-ish points around there. Yeah, like 50, 60 points. Not too bad. But the reason I'm saying I wouldn't trade this one is, well, me personally, I wouldn't trade it, is mainly because we already took out the lows, right? So yeah, we could definitely trade into it, but it's not like a super 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 high confidence trade into the low, because obviously you saw that buyers were trying to step in. We don't know what's going on right now. The market just opened about 15 minutes ago, so we're still waiting on the bias to kind of form. But as the bias is forming, it's forming more towards bullish. That's why right now I'm kind of looking more towards longs in a way. All right. Yeah, the reversal risk reward is, in my opinion, I just like it a lot more than a continuation model, especially after we took out the drawn liquidity. 45 points out. Yeah, for me, yeah, like I said, I am sizing a little bit light today, so I'm totally fine risking this much. It will just give the trade a little bit more breathing room with the lighter size that we have. So yeah. What about 10:30 and 11:30? Okay, so 11:30 news does not really matter. I don't know what we have um at 10:30 though. Hold on, let me see. Forex Factory. We don't have anything at 10:30 nor 11:30. I don't know where you got that. Unless it's a yellow folder. Because the only thing I have here is 8:30 news, which obviously already happened like an hour ago. Yeah, we don't have news today. I don't. Yeah, no. We don't have anything. But yeah, so far we are breaking some lows, which honestly I'm kind of fine with. I don't really mind. Like I said, if price wants to shoot down into the Asia low, so be it. I'll be completely fine with it. As long as we take out that Asia low, we reverse, I'll be happy. All right, now we can still reverse off here if we sweep this London low right here, but I don't know. I'm not really looking towards that right now. I would rather wait the extra 20, 30, maybe even hour to get the sweep plus the reversal, and then we go from there. All right. I don't need an A plus setup today, so I can wait. But that's what I'm saying, bro. We can wait. We can wait it out. The yellow folder? Oh, okay. I'll check it out. I haven't checked up any of my DMs lately. Do you use New York Open block as liquidity? What do you mean the open block? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like the high and low of the New York Open? No, no, I don't do that. No, no, I don't really use it. What's the name of NQ on TradingView? NQ1. Or if anything, just search up NQ and then just click the first one that comes up. Thanks. I got you, bro. I got you. I got you. But guys, real quick, I'm gonna go get water. Hopefully, price doesn't just randomly spike up. That'll be really annoying. Because right, it's happened before. Guys, I'm gonna go get water real quick. All right, I'll be back. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. Oh my headset's getting tangled up. Oh shit. All right. Can be that. That's true. That's true. Anyways, I'm back. I made it in time. I made it in time. Since it already tapped into the fair value gap and rejected, doesn't this make it already filled? No, no, no. The fair value gap will get filled as the entire imbalance gets filled. Remember, we still have half of the imbalance still to take out. Remember that. Now, when you're looking for a continuation model, the fair value gap can get tapped into over 100 times if it wants to. As long as the whole fair value gap does not get filled, it could still play out. Now, obviously, the more taps that we have into a fair value gap, the less likely it is to hold up. That is true, but technically, it will never be filled until the whole gap right here gets filled. How many contracts today? I'm personally gonna be doing like 5 contracts. And it's not for any reason behind the trade. I just personally don't want to be risking so much today. Just because I'm really, really green on the week. We've had an amazing week. To the point where, you know what I mean, with today being the last day of the week, I don't want to be going into the weekend, you know what I mean, if something bad were to happen. All right, guys. So yeah, just me personally, if you guys want to do full size, so be it. I'm just personally choosing not to because I just don't really want to. All right, but anyways, guys, we're about to get this inverse, so pay attention here. All right, guys, we're about to get this inverse. So see what we can work with. All right, there it is. Let's see if I can get an entry very, very soon. Let's see. I'm just making sure that price is able to hold above everything here. It's about to target this draw liquidity, so it could I can get a little bit ugly there. I'm just realizing that right now. But yeah, let's see. So far, no entry just yet. I'm still waiting for an impulse above this imbalance. Once we're able to get that, we should be good. But yeah, so far no entry from me, guys. No entry from me just yet. I'm waiting for like right. I know we broke above it, but there's no sort of volume spike anywhere. So far nothing. So far nothing from me. Were you looking to enter? I'm looking to enter with like a volume spike above 483. Like I want to see a lot of buyers stepping like just like that. I want to see it above it. All right, then I'll enter. But for now, I'm just making sure that we have enough buying pressure to go ahead and inverse this for value gap. So far, we keep getting rejected from it. So I'm not trying to get caught up in any sort of fake out here. I'm just making sure we have a lot of buying pressure. I'll let you guys know when I see it. But so far, nothing. It's like we're struggling to break above 43. All right, I'm in longs, guys. I'm in longs. I got filled at 489. Remember, guys, I'm in with the light size. I'm going to place my stop loss at 438. 438. Sell 5 stop. There we go. So yeah. Do you drink coffee? I do not. No. I don't like coffee. That shit makes your breath stink and everything. How? I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it. Are you even working then? Bro. Dude, you know my friends were suggesting me a you brush your teeth after? I guess, yeah. Dude, my friends were suggesting me like it's called like I think it's like a gum that makes you focus. I think it's called like Adderall gum. I don't know. Neural gum. Yeah, that one. Neuro Adderall gum. I don't know what the fuck I said. Uh, That's that. Well, yeah, you're right. Um, should I try it? It apparently gets you super locked in. Apparently. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, bro, I'm kind of able to focus while I'm working in a way. I get a little bit sidetracked, but that's because I'm just like having fun in a way. I don't think I really need it. No, I'm not drinking Red Bull. No. I'm good off the Red Bull. Now, guys, keep in mind we are taking a little bit of a risk here. You guys gotta keep in mind ES to take out a level of liquidity. It's an internal, so I mean we could definitely shoot up a little bit, just a tiny bit higher, but it will add some risk to the trade as ES did take out this level of liquidity. Now, on the other hand, NQ hasn't really taken out anything just yet, so technically, yeah, we do have room to go higher in a way, yes. But we can expect a rejection. I mean, if ES does want to reject here, all right. So yeah, we'll see how that holds up. But yeah, neural gum. I don't really feel like I need it, to be fair. Like I wake up, I'm kind of able to focus pretty well. So yeah. Nah. I'm not. I don't do coffee. I've never. I don't like the taste of coffee. I don't know. I don't know. They put about tolerance to caffeine. In my opinion, for neural gum, tried it for about a year. It's okay, nothing crazy. Eh, Americans love the drugs for everything, but in a way, yeah. In a way, yeah. No, but I don't need it. I don't need it myself. I don't need it. Let's see if ES can hold up a red to green candle here. Guys, if ES is able to hold above 339, we should have nothing stopping us until pretty much this level of liquidity up here for NQ. So we'll see how that goes. Um, Now if I have to since we are getting a little bit of a rejection here, I don't know if it's gonna be a pullback or not. What's it called? If we do reject, I don't know if I'll be able to find a re-entry in on honesty. Because yeah, it seems like this thing is getting pretty close to my stop loss in a way. I don't. The thing is, I don't know if it's gonna be a pullback or not. I want to say it is, but because the thing is ES is kind of holding up here. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But so far, no stop loss filled. I wanna believe this is a pullback in a way. It's kind of gonna be like yesterday's trade. But if I do have to find a re-entry, because I do like the idea for longs, is the thing is if I have to find a re-entry, I won't have a setup just yet. So we're probably gonna have to wait for a new setup to form, which I'm kind of fine with doing. Since I am sizing a little bit lighter today, but let's see. I really want to see ES try to flip here because remember, obviously, right now the only thing holding us down is this DOL sweep right here. So if we're able to inverse this one or reverse back into it, we should be chilling. But we're getting a little bit closer to my stop loss here, so we'll see. Let me see. Hold up. Let me get this ready over here. Because yeah, that pullback is getting a little bit too close to the stop, in a way. Definitely not something I was expecting a little bit. But we do know our reasoning if we do get stopped out on this one. But let's see. Yeah, so far sellers are stepping in pretty strong here. All right, yeah, I got stopped out on this one, guys. I got stopped out. Honestly, not too mad about it. Not too mad about it. If I do have to find a re-entry, I will. But we're gonna have to wait for a new setup to kind of form here. But yeah, you got a 504. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Now, I kind of still want to give the trade a little bit more time if we're able to reverse from red to green, which is totally fine. But for now, I am stopped out on this one. And the main reason is mainly because ES took out the level of liquidity over here, which was a little bit risky. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But like I said, if ES is able to flip from red to green and hold above this level, a re-entry wouldn't be a bad idea. All right. So yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. So many more fake outs than usual. It's because the volume is coming back to normal. Keep that in mind. I'm sure you guys have noticed lately we haven't had that tariff volume. You know what I mean? The New York session has been kind of back to normal. So I mean that you can expect some choppy days here and there. But I'm not too bad. I'm not too mad with this one. Like I said, if we have to find a re-entry, I'm totally fine with doing. All right, we just got kind of have to wait a little bit more for the setup. All right, but we'll see. We'll see. Because we definitely do have a lot of room for higher. It's just we need this to kind of hold above this level right here, which we're trying to. I'm sure we get it really, really soon. Hopefully we can get it in this candle. That'll be like the most perfect scenario. But we'll see. If, like I said, guys, if I have to find a re-entry, I most definitely will. All right, guys. So be ready. Be ready. Let's see if we can, guys. Like I said, if we can get a red to green flip here, I'll re-enter once again. And if anything, I'll just do full size on this one. Okay, and if anything, I'll use. Oh yeah, this is the 10 a.m. candle. Yeah, I was about to say we're getting a little bit of a spike up here. So let's see how this is able to hold up. All I want to see is a good green, red to green, but I'm not sure if we can really see it here. If this if we break below this Valley gap over here, I'll just wait for a new setup to form into longs. And then it would kind of have to be below. It would kind of have to be after we take out this Asia low down here. So I don't know how long that would take. But I'm fingers crossed this candle can flip from red to green, because this is the only candle we can work with for now. If this candle can't really hold it, then we can't really do work much with this fair value gap over here. But I'm gonna give it some time. But ES swept. Why would we take it again? Because keep in mind, ES still has room for higher. It's right now we're getting a little bit of a pullback, obviously, into our stop loss because of this level. So if price is able to flip from red to green with enough buying pressure to hold above this, we have nothing stopping us until 347. And if we're able to, I mean, look at this right here. Actually, hold on, let me lock in real quick, because we are getting that candle flip. But if we're able to hold to see for 347, we can definitely see 546 on NQ. All right, so that's why I'm looking at it. But I really want to try longs. Now, since I am going to be sizing 10 contracts, I don't know if I want to be doing so much of a stop loss in a way. I don't want to be risking way too much, you know, just in case. But let's see. The buying pressure is kicking in really, really nice though. All right, guys. I'm gonna try longs one last time. I'm gonna try longs just one last time, because I really like that. I really like the way we're flipping and everything. I just like it way too much. Now, this one doesn't work now. Probably just call it a day. That'll be my last setup. I just want to make sure that this holds above, because NQ is showing a lot of strength, and so is ES. With that red to green flip, it's just convincing me way too much. Now I don't know where I want to move. In a way, I kind of want to set it at this candle low, but I know I'm going to be risking way too much. Mm. I'm putting myself in a really risky situation here. Right now, I'm going to set it at this candle low for now. I guess in a way, I'm fine with risking it. But we'll see. Because so far, it's like we're getting the confirmation that buyers are trying to step in. But I think we're trying to enter way too, or at least I'm trying to enter way too early off this. So point where it's adding way too much risk. Because obviously, you guys can see what we're doing right here. We'll see how this is able to hold up in a way. We'll see how this is able to hold up. But we'll see. Because we were holding up above that inverse without an issue for a split second, which is why I liked it so much. But yeah, no, we are getting a lot of selling. I might have entered way too quick off that without enough confirmation. I should have waited for this candle high to break, but I'm about to get stopped. Yeah, no, I'm not working with that. Definitely not. My bad on that one, guys. I kind of just rushed it a little bit. Terrible. Yeah, no, way too bad. Yeah, it happened. Don't worry. It's because I'm trying to make this inverse work when we keep getting, you know what I mean? When we keep getting this rejection, kind of forced that one out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My bad on that one. First bad trade of the month, guys. First bad trade of the month. Yeah, bro. My bad on that one, guys. I rushed that one way too quick. Way too quick. Let me see. Yeah, I rushed that one. Now, one thing, guys, if we do sell off a little bit more and we create a fair value gap here, I'm gonna see if I can work with something. I don't know if I want to take the trade or not. I'll let you guys know because that one got me a little bit tilted. Not that I'm really too tilted, but I did rush that one a little bit, which is something I never do. I guess I got too confident with that one. Yeah, bro, I'm fine. Don't worry. I don't really trip over L's. It's because, bro, you guys saw it. We got this a really nice red to green with a lot of buying pressure. It looked good. But we didn't even wait for this candle. At least this candle break up here. I should have waited for that. I was just trying to get a good entry. And the thing is, it seems like ES is trying to get another red to green flip here. I just don't want to make this inverse work anymore. I'll probably just wait for another setup to form. But that one did look good. I just rushed it a little bit. In a way. There's no sweep. Yeah, it was. From this London low right here. Internal? No. London right here. Seems like the best idea. Yeah, bro. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, dude, I'm trying so much, at least today, with the setup. I'm trying so much to make this inverse work when it's not working. Because of ES mainly. It just doesn't want to hold above this level of liquidity. But I really do want to make it work. I'm gonna see how the buying pressure kicks in. That fair value gap's being held up for. That's what I'm saying, bro. That is what I'm saying. Nah, bro, don't worry, bro. I'm chilling. No, it's not really. Well, we haven't really got a complete candle close above it. That's why I'm trying to make it work so much. It's just ES is not letting us go any higher with this level of liquidity right here. But the thing is, the buying pressure keeps trying to kick in. It's just I wish we formed a better looking setup off that one. Bro. Yeah, some news came out. We just sold off like a lot. I want to see if we're able to shoot down into this Asia low. I've been wanting to see that all morning. But yeah, I'm gonna scrap this fair value gap idea. I don't really like it too much. Let's see if we're able to form a fair value gap on the way down. But like on the way down into this Asia low, I just want to take that one last level out. See what we can work with. What's going on today? I'm green for the week. But I'm calling it a day. Yeah, bro. Nothing wrong with it, bro. Have a good one, bro. Have a good one. All right, guys. Let's see. Um, we are forming a fair value gap right here. Hopefully, we're able to hold it for the next 2 minutes. Um, Now I don't know if I want to work off this New York low right here, which it is a valid level of liquidity, but I really do want to work with this Asia low down here as well. So hopefully we have enough selling pressure to go ahead and take both out. I'm gonna give it some time to go ahead and take out that level. Why is it shopping so much lately and fake outs? Um, the fake outs, we only got faked out today. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday, it did get a little bit ugly with the volume, but we still got a really nice working trade. Um, it's just the volume lately. It hasn't been the best, but it also hasn't been the worst in a way. It's kind of like just the normal New York session. It's just maybe you got too used to the last week price action with tariffs and everything. But yeah. Anyways, I'm really hoping in the next minute this candle is able to sell off just a little bit more into at least this New York low. So we can work off just one last inverse. If we're able to get it, but we'll see. After this, how much? I don't have trailing. I don't have AK. I don't have trailing. On the 50Ks, as long once you surpass on a PA account, once you surpass 52,600, your trading drawdown freezes at 50,100. So as long as that account never goes below 50,100, you'll stay alive. But no fair value got formed. Man, this kind of was gonna be the setup. Is it creating a bearish MSS? In a way, yeah. In a way, yeah. For now. And the reason it's creating the MSS to the downside is mainly to take out these two levels of liquidity, which is what we're waiting on right now. But obviously, we haven't taken any of these levels out. Although it does want to take it out though. We just got kind of have to wait for the new setup to kind of form here. So we'll see how it goes. Do you think NQ is recovering? Well, we gotta wait for the levels of liquidity to get taken out first, so we can get the reading. Gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, this is the first bad day that we've had so far, at least so far, for the entire month. Every single day this month has been a green day, but so far, worst day so far. The thing is, I did like the way this candle flipped here. It actually looked really good. I'm surprised it didn't hold up there. And even if we do push up into these levels of liquidity now, it's not like we can even take a setup. We can't really work off any like much here. So yeah. Of course, fake out season starts again when I'm on my PA. Dude, that's the luck, bro. That's the luck. But we'll see. We'll see. Keep in mind, we can still get a reading in the market. I'm not really too bugged out just yet. I just want to see how we're able to take out these levels plus a reaction. Because we did take out this London low and we did get the really nice reaction into the inverse right here, but it wasn't enough to hold it up. So hopefully we're able to create another setup on the way up. And then we just look to take that because we know that we want to see higher. At least maybe later in the day. Right now it's a little bit choppy in a way, a little bit choppy, but we're just waiting on it. Yes, it's showing a lot of strength here, so we'll see. Nah, Orbit, but don't worry about it, bro. You're good. You're good. You're good. Just give the markets more time. In a way, we kind of did rush a second entry, which I'm kind of bummed out about. The first entry was good, just didn't work out. The second one, I did rush it a little bit. Um, but yeah. Do you guys? Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys. Do you guys ever get that feeling when, let's say, for example, you guys are in a really really nice winning streak, and you feel like I guess your ego gets too high up. That's kind of what happened with me with the second entry. I'm like greed. No, not greed. Not I don't really get greedy. Um, not in the markets. It's overconfident. Exactly. I kind of got overconfident with that red to green flip with the inverse to a point where I even sized light on the trade when I told myself I wasn't. It happens. You know what I mean, I can't be too mad about it, but it's whatever. It's whatever. I'll just wait for the next setup to kind of work out. Um. So yeah. Are you even on the week? Yeah. So far, I'm pretty much even. It's pretty much break even. I wasn't really planning on giving back too much today, but we'll see. The market is still open. So peace out, bro. Peace out. Peace out. Some near ago, bro. Was Java 40? Yeah, it was. But yeah, I'm gonna see if we can take out this New York low down here. The thing is, in a way, guys, we are. If you guys look at the 5 minute, we are chopping a bit. There's no disagreeing in that, especially on ES. You know, by the way, guys, one thing that I've noticed, now that usually when I review my trades, I kind of review them to myself. But guys, have you guys noticed that? Okay, look, most of our losses, like, bear with me now. Most of our losses always come when, let's say, for example, let's say that we're trading an inverse on NQ, right? And it looks like we have room for higher, right? Anytime we look at ES and it has the DOL nearby, we most of our losses come from this type of scenario. Always. So I'm gonna try to filter this out like big time. I don't care if the setups start working out, even if they do work out, I'm gonna start avoiding it. I'm gonna start avoiding it because no, candle close, guys. Candle closes don't mean anything. It's just the candle closing. You know what I mean? It's not really a confirmation behind anything, in my opinion. I'm into KB. He's still traveling, I think. I don't know. I haven't really heard from him too much. The Moody, use your own stop loss. Then you can also you could also do that. Obviously, the trade won't be the same, but I mean, if it will have you feeling more confident or more comfortable with the trade, you can also do that. I feel like we've been taking riskier trades, bro. This has been the first losing trade this month, bro. We haven't been taking anything too bad. Just in general, no. It's just we've been getting more setups recently. It's just the market is chopping up. I mean, look at what we're trying to trade. There's really no risk with NQ. Exactly, exactly. No, but I'm not trying to blame it on anything. It's I'm just realizing that most of the time that we get stopped out, it's usually because ES takes out a level of liquidity when NQ doesn't, and then that leads. Obviously, you guys see right here that leads the DOL sweep to form, and then we go right back down into our next level of liquidity. All right, because look at this. NQ never swept anything. We had the confirmation, we had the buying pressure, we had the setup, but on the other hand, ES kind of did take out the drawn liquidity, and it is reversing back right back down with the MSS model. So technically, yes, that's pretty much why we got stopped out. Um, but I'm gonna try to filter this out, which will give us less trades, but it will also filter out the losses, like the ones from today. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna start trying to do that to see how it goes. If I see myself missing out on too many setups, then I'll probably add it back. But for now, I'll just try to avoid these type of setups. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. But let me see. We're about to take out this New York low. So far, no setup just yet. Even if we do want to take something, um, but I really do want to see if the market is able to shoot down into the into this Asia low. I feel like we can get something really, really good off this, but obviously it will take some time. We'll see. So far, it is just choppy. So if the market, guys, if the market stays like this, until what time do you guys want to, it's enough time for the market to just tell you to get off if the market stays chopping. I'm off at 10:30. Hmm. I want to see like 11. I feel like 11 is fair. It'll give us enough time to kind of see if the market wants to take out this liquidity. If it doesn't, then obviously we just get off. Latest, I would say 11. Yeah, 11. 11 is pretty fair. I just want to see if we're able to form a fair value gap on the way down so we can inverse it. Because we definitely have a lot of room to the upside. It's just we need that sweep plus that inverse so we can actually take it. Because this one, it was good. Just obviously ES. You know what I mean? It had its issues, you know what I mean? So now that we don't have to deal with that anymore, we could definitely get another entry soon if the setup forms, of course. So I'll obviously let you guys know and I'll stay on until we get it. But just so you guys know what we're looking out for. All right, we got we got the New York low taken out. Now the question is, so this candle's gonna close in 40 seconds. The question is first of all, can we hold down this fair value gap for the next 35 seconds? And anytime I mention it, you guys know the deal. You know what I mean? No. But on a real note, let's see if we're able to hold down this candle a little bit more. If we're not able to, then obviously we won't have a setup. You know what I mean? For in the meantime, um, and the next question is can we sweep it to see upside? To see the upside. Um, let's see. We have about 9 seconds in this candle. What are the chances we dump down 20 points in fast? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. We're not holding that. So no setup yet. No setup yet. Do we have something on the 15 minute? Maybe we can form something on the 15 minute. But the thing is, we would have to shoot down into this Asia low. But so far, we are taking out these levels of liquidity. It's just we need this Asia. That's all I ask for. A good amount, yes, a good amount. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. That's why I'm a little bit calm today. I don't really mind the blast effect, dude. Literally, bro. But yeah, let's see. If anything, we might be able to work with something off the 15 minute over the 5 minute because the 5 minute is not really giving us anything to work with. So we'll see. In a way, price is moving a little bit slow. To be fair, Selling pressure is getting weaker. Is it the problem is we don't have a setup? That's the problem, BC. As much as as much as I want to like make sure that the selling pressure is getting weak, because it kind of is. You know what I mean? We did take out this New York low. Um, the thing is, we can't really work off of it. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. We have the sweep. So far as of right now, yeah, we do have the D-wall sweep. Look at this. Red to green off of the New York low. That's beautiful. Right? The problem is what where can we enter off of? There's nothing on the 5 minute, there's nothing on the 50 minute, and there's nothing even on the 30 minute, which we never even used in the first place. So there's not much we can even do here. So I guess the best thing that could happen right now, if we don't want to take out this Asia low, which is what I've been hoping for all morning, is we have to be able to create some sort of an imbalance, somewhat like this, right? Before we take out this drawn liquidity up here, and then we retrace back into this imbalance, and then we go back into it. So we might have to take a continuation model, right? But the problem is just we don't have enough volume to form anything. It's like we create a fair value gap for a split second, and then we go back up. You know what I mean? It's so exactly. So, we kind of all came to, or not all, I don't know about all, but most of us came to an agreement that if we don't find anything by 11 p.m. EST or 11 a.m. EST, we just won't take anything. We just won't take anything because obviously the market is not, you know what I mean? We've been in the market for almost 2 hours and it hasn't given us pretty much anything. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll just see what we can work off there. No, 11 a.m. We're not staying until 11 p.m. 11 a.m. But yeah, let's see. This candle might be the reversal candle because obviously, like you guys are saying, the selling pressure is definitely dying down. We have taken everything out on both ES and NQ, which will give us the reasoning to the upside. It's just we don't have the setup just yet. We don't have anything to work with. It's just wicks after wicks after wicks. All right. But yeah. Now we do have 5 minutes into this 15 minute, which we can definitely work with, but the gap is gonna be a little bit small, so we might need to hold it down for 15 more minutes. 5 minute for rally piece near close. Still valid? No. Definitely not. Definitely not. We already filled the imbalance. You got to keep that in mind. So this for rally over here, we can't take it. It is no longer valid. Yeah, I know, Ronnie. That's what we're waiting on right now. We've been waiting on this pretty much all morning. But we're getting closer and closer. It's just it's a little bit slow. That's the problem. It's a little bit slow, so you know what I mean. It's gonna be kind of hard to work with, but yeah, we're gonna have to work with something off the 5 minute, definitely. I mean the 15 minute. My bad. The 5 minute is just small candles. There's wicks everywhere. Not much we can really do there. The hell? Bro, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Instagram right now, and apparently something came up saying James Webb Telescope detected the strongest evidence of life beyond our solar. That's crazy, bro. That's some crazy shit to think about. Chemicals linked to life were detected on planet 2.5. That's crazy, bro. Yeah. Apparently they found cells on some planet with like water and shit that can be linked to life. I don't know. Me personally, bro, I believe on that. I believe in that, bro. There's no way we're the only ones in the entire. You know what I mean? It's crazy to think about. All right, wait. We tapped into Asia, bro. Have a good one, bro. Have a good one. Okay, so guys, we tapped in. We just barely tapped into Asia. Look at this, guys. We like literally tapped into the level. Um, Now the question is can we please hold up this 15-minute fair value gap? Please. It's all I ask for, guys. You guys do not understand. all I ask for right now is a simple fair value gap hold for the next 2 minutes. That is all I ask for, guys. Because then we can look to inverses 15-minute into everything above up here. We would have all of, because guys, keep in mind, we pretty much took out everything to the downside. We don't have too much anymore to really take out other than 116, which is really far away. I mean, I don't think we trade into that. We could, but I don't know about that. You know what I mean? I would definitely want to see something more to the upside. Um, but now that we finally took out this Asia low, I want to see if price is actually able to create some sort of a gap on the 5 or 15-minute. Either or works. But as long as you're able to get a sweep above this Asia DOL, that should be our setup right there. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's see what we can work with. So far we are kind of trying to get the DOL sweep in a way. This candle's going to close in the next 2 minutes, so we'll see what if we either work off the 5-minute or the 15-minute. We're going to work off the 5-minute if obviously this fair value gap holds on the 5-minute, but if it doesn't and we wake right back up, we'll just use the 15-minute instead, which will just give us a later entry but a safer entry. All right, so we'll see. Um, All right, this candle's closing in 50 seconds. We're tapping into the bullish fair value gap right now, which could give us more of a bounce really soon. Hopefully we're able to get a bounce so we can get this deal well sweep right here. But what we're looking to see right now is I want to see a fair value gap. Obviously, it is going to form pretty much. Well, let me not jinx it. Bro, imagine we don't form the fair value gap. Dude, I would be so mad, bro. But from the looks of it, yeah, we're going to form a fair value gap right here. What I would want to see is for the fair value gap to form just like this, for example. Something like this, you know what I mean? And then we get the dual sweep right here. We inverse it right here. And then we have everything to the upside on both NQ and ES to go ahead and target, which would be more like this. All right. Now, keep in mind, we could have a little bit more room for lower if ES is going to be the one that's leading, mainly because we haven't taken out the Asia low on ES. All right. But remember, NQ is more bearish. So that's why NQ took this level of liquidity out first. All right. But let's see what we can work with, guys. Let's see what we can work with. All right. Let me go ahead and mark this level out right down here, so we know that's a fair value gap. Let's go and work with this. Let's go and say that's the 5-minute FEG. There we go. Just so we know, real quick, this is gonna be like the close. Now, bro, do not tell me I jinxed it, bro. For now, Ronnie, we're gonna be working. Oh, I don't know what that was, but okay. Right now, we're gonna be working off the 5-minute. I don't know what type of candle flip that was. But yeah, any reason you didn't short today, I did not have a short setup. Junk. We tried longing. We had the long setup. It did look good. Didn't work out. We kind of got not chopped out. We got stopped out right here. But to the downside, we kind of had nothing. There was really nothing to work with to the downside. Even if I did want to take shorts, there was nothing we could have really worked with. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's not much we can really do here. Even if we did want to go short, there was nothing. There's nothing to inverse. There's nothing for a continuation model. Not much. So yeah. The closest thing we had to a setup was this DOL sweep off Asia with it just going down. That's pretty much oh, and by the way, we did take out Asia over on ES. So technically speaking, right now should be the time where buyers typically start stepping in a little bit more. You know what I mean? We should start seeing a little bit more interest in the buying pressure very soon. Now that we took out pretty much every level of liquidity to a downside. Yeah, pretty much everything. All right, so that's why you guys, we should expect, keyword should expect a reversal soon. In my opinion, that's usually what I look for. But let's see. We are tapping to the bottom of this 5-minute fair value gap, which is not really anything too important, to be honest. I wasn't really going to use it, but it's just good to know. This is good to know. Now the question is can we somehow flip this candle red to green with enough buying pressure to go ahead and inverse this 5-minute bearish value gap to go ahead and pretty much just look for longs? it is possible. I mean, we are. You see what I mean? Now that ES took out Asia, look at this candle flip. You see what I mean? So technically speaking, yes, we should be expecting a reversal soon. It's just how soon. That's the problem. No, the selling volume is definitely not getting weak. We still do have a lot of selling. It's just we should be expecting it. We should be expecting buyers to start stepping in a little bit more, just like how they are right now. Now that we took out every level of liquidity to the downside, and I mean, it just makes sense. It would just make sense. All right. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna make sure everything here looks good. There we go. All right. Now we do have 2 minutes into this candle, so hopefully we're still able to hold up this tiny imbalance here. Yeah, let's see. Could you show the time? Yeah, of course, bro. I got you. It's only 2 settings right here. These two. So take a screenshot of it real quick. And then you should be good. This ensures targeting 117. 117. I have 117. That is pretty far to be. Before I say shorts look good, because obviously my bias right now is a little bit bullish. I definitely want to see how sellers are able to hold below this Asia low right here. Obviously, we just took it out like a few minutes ago, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what we could do. But right now, I'm definitely leaning more towards the upside. The 15-minute is cleaner. It definitely is. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we still have to wait for it to go ahead and close, which is about 10 minutes. So if the 5-minute doesn't hold up, I mean, then we can definitely use the 15-minute. But for now, if you do want to get an earlier entry, and I mean, we could definitely use the 5-minute. It's kind of the same thing. As long as the 15-minute doesn't close just yet, we could definitely get an entry off the 5-minute and not worry about this fair value gap, because obviously it's not formed just yet. All right. So yeah, let's see. And then this, if this setup ends up playing out, this will definitely be my final setup of the day. So it would look somewhat like this for about 300 points. Okay. And we would look for something like this. All right, so next candle opened up. So the 5-minute fair value gap is officially created. Now all we need simply is just buying pressure. We just need enough buying pressure to kick in to go ahead and inverse this fair value gap, and we're good to go. We will get everything all in one. We will get the MSS model as we go up. We will get the DOL sweep, and we will get the inverse with enough buying pressure. All right, so that's literally all we need. We just need enough. How many cons? I'll probably stick to 10 for this one. So just the regular full size. I want to see lower. I don't know about seeing lower. I feel like we got our lower already. You know what I mean? We got the Asia and even lower. So I don't know how much lower we can really go. Because if we continue going lower, we have nothing stopping us until 116, which, in a way, I don't know if I want to trade it. Because definitely, if we continue going lower, then obviously we gotta trade with the trend. Because obviously it will just show that we don't have any signs of buyers stepping in, although we took out the Asia low. So we would have nothing stopping us until this external over at 116. I'm not saying we can't see it. I'm just, for now at least, I feel like it's a little bit too unrealistic. We sold off enough already, which doesn't really mean anything. But the next level of liquidity is pretty far away. And at the same time, let's see. Because normally I wouldn't really take shorts like this, but obviously the selling continues to go lower and we don't get any signs of a reversal, then we obviously can't use the reversal model. Yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just not, you know what I mean? Not something I personally typically look for all the time. But I'll see. If we break below this candle low right here, I'll just have a bearish bias. But in the meantime, as we're able to hold above this candle low right here, I'll stick to being bullish in a way if we get the buying pressure. But if not, if we continue getting selling, which it seems like we're kind of still sitting at the selling point, I'll probably look to take an inverse off this one and just write it to 116. Although I am saying it is a little bit unrealistic. If the selling pressure continues, which I'm not really thinking it will, but if it does continue, then I'll just look to take an inverse here into 116. That's pretty much the only thing we can really work with. You know what I mean? And we would realistically only have one price target, so that'll be a little bit hard to read. But yeah, the selling just continues. So I guess it is what we have to kind of work with into 116. It's not something I typically just always do though. And ES is still sitting inside of this 5 minute. Let's see. I'm open to both biases, but I guess right now we kind of have to lean a little bit more towards bearish, because we're not showing any signs of a reversal. We're not showing any signs of sweep. Although we did take out every nearby level of liquidity, really nothing to work with as much as we want to. So kind of forced to take a trade with whatever the market is giving us. But we'll see. Well, let's give the market some time. Let's see if the selling still continues to continue to break lower, or if we get enough buying pressure to start expecting a reversal soon. Right now, we're kind of in the middle, right? Obviously, we're in the middle of this bearish inverse and this inverse right here to the downside. So we're kind of in a sandwich right now. All right, but with the selling pressure still kicking in a little bit more, I am leaning more towards these shorts a little bit more in a way. Definitely a little bit more. So let's see what we can do. It's like nothing is like holding anything up. We couldn't hold up this huge fair value gap over here. Yes, it's kind of in the middle. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, my bias is neutral right now. I'm open to taking both longs or shorts. Depending on whichever one gets inverse first. Obviously, whichever one gets inverse first will get enough of that pressure into that inverse, so we'll know what to take. All right, so if we inverse this, I'll take shorts. If we inverse this, I'll take longs. Like I said, I'm open to both biases as both can work. Right? Obviously, if we get enough buying pressure to sweep this Asia low and inverse this, then yeah, longs will look good. If we get the selling pressure, then we could just take an impulse below this inverse into the only level of liquidity below at 116. Right? So anything works, really. Anything works. This girl Krabby, he's live streaming right now. So he's saying if the market goes up, we go long. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Over 15K, Jonathan. But yeah, let's see. So, I mean, yeah, we have been like kind of expecting it. We're waiting on it. You know what I mean? It's just with the way the sellers are stepping in, it's questionable. You know. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, I am open to taking both. Either bias works. Just because we have enough confirmation for either or. So whichever one gets inverse first, I'll look to take it. I would honestly prefer longs a lot more, as we would have a lot more room to the upside. But shorts would also work if we continue going lower. All right. Let's see. Now the 15-minute close. It closes in 3 minutes. We're about to get the deal Wall Street confirmation, guys. So let's see. The buying pressure is kicking in really nice, which is literally what we've been expecting. All right, guys. Now it's just, can we hold above it? That's the real question. If we're able to, then yeah, longs will look amazing. But let's see. This is kicking in really really nice. To be honest. Please see, so far we are in the midpoint of the fair value gap. So let's see if we can hold it or reject from it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say we can probably hold it with the way that buyers are stepping in, but only time could tell. You guys never know with this type of market. I also want to make sure that ES is able to inverse his 5 minute as well. I don't wanna mess around with ES anymore. I think I've stopped this out one too many times. All right, he's about to get this inverse right here. So guys, pay attention. Pay attention to this. I want to see an impulse. Both ES and NQ already tapped into the fair value gap off the inverse. So I just need to make sure that we're able to impulse above it. Once we're able to get that, we should be good. So far nothing. Don't tell me the buying pressure dies down as we inverse it. Now I'm just a little bit worried about the 15 minute because that's when it can get a little bit. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a whole fair value up to worry about. But if like I said, if the buying pressure looks good enough to the point where it's telling us that it's gonna go higher, then we shouldn't really worry about the 15 minute all that much. But let's see. We're about to get the entry, guys. So be ready. Be ready. Let's see how this next candle opens up. I just want to see one impulse. That's all I ask for. One impulse above this candle, this previous candle high, and I'm in. All right. But let's see. Now the 15 minute is the one thing that's like the only questionable thing. This right here. If you guys want to be safe, you guys can always wait for an entry. It'll be about 40 points late. 30 to 40 points late. So it depends how much risk you want to add on. But I just want to see an impulse above the 5 minute. That is all I ask for. We get that impulse with you know what I mean, really really strong buying pressure with the red to green, and that'll be beautiful above the inverse rally gap. But we'll see. We got to give the market some time here. All right, we're about to get a red to green. There it is. Now can we get an impulse? We just need to break above this candle high with enough buying pressure to the point where it tells us like, hey, we're gonna go higher. You know what I mean? I don't want to be taking any fake out trades. You know what I mean? But let's see. So far, it's kind of just like a doji. So it's kind of just deciding what it wants to do. Yes, is pushing up. Look at that. Look at that strength on ES. That is what we want to see. But NQ is not catching up just yet. So no impulse. Yeah, whatever we saw on ES, we need that on NQ. Look at that. Yeah, look at that inverse on ES. We just need that. We just need that pressure on NQ so we could take it. So far, nothing. We're kind of getting it in a way. I just need to be very careful with my entry because this has to be my last trade of the day. I just gotta be very, very careful with where I enter. How's ES doing? It's still holding up. That's as bullish as it can get. But so far, nothing. I'm not seeing any impulse anywhere. Like it's just playing around with that inverse. But so far, nothing, guys. So far, nothing. I'm just being really picky with my entry. I'm making sure that we get that impulse before I enter because I'm not trying to get faked out. That is the last thing I can afford right now. Because let me see. I just hate how it's playing with that inverse. It's not supposed to really be doing that, especially with all the confirmations we have already. We have the sweep, we have the MSS forming, we have the inverse already. It's just there's not enough buying pressure once we get the setup. That makes no sense. How do we get the buying pressure beforehand? But as we get it, it dies down. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I'm trying to avoid the fake out in a bit, in a way. So really another shot at it. I have 4 pings. That's what you guys are saying. Holy edge. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like just impulse. Like we know it's gonna do it, bro. Just impulse above. That's all I need. Because guys, if we don't get the impulse, then we could probably reject out this 15-minute, which is not something I want to look into. So I just need this impulse above it, so I know that there's enough buying pressure to kick in, so we see this at least this level of liquidity above. Because if not, then we're just gonna get rejected off the 15-minute fair value gap. Right now, it's just a doji candle. Literally nothing happening in this candle. Let's see, we're getting one more shot. Nice candle opened up. Let's see. Okay, ES is impulsing above. Could this be the shot that we need? Could this be what we need? All right, I'm gonna try out longs here, guys. I'm gonna try it out. We're getting the impulse that we want to see. ES is breaking the highs. Let's see. Let's give it a shot. All right, guys. I'm giving a shot at longs over here. Let me go ahead and place my stop loss real quick. Sell 10 stop right there. Let me put this out real quick. Dude, if this flips, bro, I'm going to be so tilted. You guys do not understand, bro, because we have been trying to wait for the A+ setup. We've been getting it. It's just fake outs after fake outs. But let's see. Hopefully, we're able to hold above this inverse right here. It's all we need. But let's see. In the meantime, guys, I'm going to go use the bathroom really quick, so I'll be back. Give me 1 second. Let me kind of type this out real quick. Give me a second. I'll be back, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me put that up. I'm in longs. Give me 1 second. right, I'm back. Bro, no way I got stopped, bro. Oh, bro, I hit the 30% rule. Nah, guys, I'm done, bro. I'm done. It's fake out after fake out. I'm done, guys. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm getting off. Yeah, I hit the 30% drawdown. It makes no sense, bro. We're getting faked out after faked out, bro. I'm done, guys. I'm off for the day. I'm off, guys. I can't trade this market. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Remember, guys, the markets are closed tomorrow. Definitely not the way I wanted to end the week. It's just we're getting all the setups, we're getting everything to line up perfectly, and it's just not working out. I'm off, guys. Take it easy, guys. Take it easy. Peace out, guys. And YouTube, guys, I'm getting off. Definitely, like I said, definitely not the way I wanted to end the week. It's just these setups, they're not really working out here. They're not working out in our favor. Not today, at least. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on Monday then. All right, guys. Peace out, guys. Peace.